And then, because of my little open where I, say the Forrest Gump thing, right before last week, I kept meaning to add a story to the Forrest Gump diary, the incoherent thing that you're listening to or watching right now. Because of tattoos, my hair was longer at the time. My beard was a little bit more full on the sides. I've got this goatee thing going with long sideburns. I'm a trendsetter, as Rodney Rude from Australia would say. Trendsetters? But I had the beard like Dave. My hair was longer. I have a tattoo that has like, it looks, the bottom, it's like a sun thing. I don't need to show it, but you've probably seen the flashes of it, but here's a little flash just for proof. See how that red at the bottom there? It's kind of like a tribal thing. And you know how Dave Grohl's, both of his, for some reason, he had the red removed, but his tribal things on his arms right there used to have red in them with the black outline. Now they're like blank or something. This is over a decade ago, around a decade ago. And I had a t-shirt on. Like I said, my hair was longer. And my daughter and I were walking from my place, our place, through the alley in the parking lot of a couple of stores. The shot is actually part of the Waning Interest logo on the YouTube page and other places. You can see the little poster of the Waning Interest logo. Somebody posted it on a fucking telephone pole there. Who the fuck could have done that? Huh? Who the fuck? Somebody must have done that shit. Still trying to figure it out. Anywho, that's part of a picture of where it happened, right there in the middle of that shot. That I'm speaking of, that you have to go look up yourself, bitches. I'm kidding, I meant whips. In that parking lot going through there, I noticed about 20 feet away, Taylor Hawkins and his family and friends were walking towards us. And at this point, my daughter she was 9, 10. She was a Foo Fighters fan. She was a Green Day fan. She was a Velvet Revolver fan. Favorite song, Get Out the Door. Kid's a badass. Guns N' Roses, but Foo Fighters as well. Anyway, and she actually played drums and sang a few other songs on stage at the Whiskey as a little kid. That was pretty badass to watch. As a dad who grew up in this house going, man, I want to see the Sunset Strip. Forrest Gump. Wayne, I notice her walking towards him, and I go, hey, sweetie, look. It's the drummer from the Foo Fighters. Look. And she's on this side. Taylor's on my left, coming towards me, like I said, about 20 feet away with a bunch of people. He's not paying attention to me. He doesn't see me yet. As we get closer, he's starting to look up and look around because he was talking. I think he was talking to his daughter almost the same time as I was saying to mine, hey, look. And as we get closer, all of a sudden, he's right next to me. Glances over. And then does a fucking double take. Like, what? And when he does the double take, First thing he looks back at is my arm. As he sees the red, tribalish tat. And and then looks back again and looks up at me. And I went, and I just I nodded, and he nodded. And then I looked at my kid, and she's looking back at him. And I think she smiled, and then I turned again, and he smiled and was waving at her. And we took a few more steps, and I went, wait, sweetie, I think he might have just thought I was Dave. Take a few more steps, turn around again, almost the same exact time, right a split second after I turn to look, he turns to look again. Gives me a little nod with a smile. I went, fuck, man. Dude. Forrest Gump, whiskey, daughter, drums. I'm not shitting you, dude. These stories are fucking true. It's kind of an easy story when you lived in, in the valley in Los Angeles. And you go to a farmer's market, you're going to run into a lot of people. My kid was a fan of that show Victorious on Nickelodeon at the time, or right around that same time or before. Walking along, she goes, Dad, it's Victoria Justice. There she is with her boyfriend. Damn, that girl is striking in person. Whoa. Too thin for me, though. And way too motherfucking young. Because I'm a crotchety old cunt who tells stethoscope stories.